Hello, YouTubers. It's Sincere Michael from Studio Productions, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called The Super Sentai Reveal. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I will try to do my best not to be so hard during this audio podcast recording and not trying to cause any audio feedback as well. Anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Zyuohger. Now, this latest episode starts off. We see Mondo, aka Zyuohger, in a jogging outfit, running in the park. So, while he was first, he noticed an abandoned bike, right laying on the floor. So he figured maybe he should hold on to the bike until he finds the owner. When he picked up the bike, he felt a strange energy coming from the bike, and he dropped the bike back down on the ground. So basically, when he was running away from the bike exploded. Had exploded. Nearby, Selma, Alma, and Leo was doing some food shopping there by the park where the bike had blown up. Anyway, they got to so they went to go investigate the explosion, and they found Mondo. Mondo told him that when he got that bike here, he felt strange energy coming from the bike. He put the bike, so he walked away from the bike after he touched it, and the bike exploded. So Mondo figured it must be some type of side effect from the zooming powers that Master Guinness gave him. So basically, he went back into his he called into an impression. He cut up into a ball and started banging himself again, making himself depressed again, which might fuck the bike, blah blah blah. So anyway, Sama Alma was trying to cheer him up, and Leah was like, no, I hate it. And Leah was like, I hate when he's getting like this. It just makes me sad. It makes him more ridiculous. So anyway, that's when the tears popped up when a new Death Alien monster appeared. So this new Death Alien monster had this weird scepter. Every time right when he touched with the scepter, it just glowed for a minute. That's about it. So anyway, the monster was so Selma, Leo, and Alma met up with the monster. Is like, and this other monster was just touching stuff with his weird wand thing. So basically, he's not really attacking anything. He's just touching things with his wand. So anyway, it turns out this monster is it's sort of like an illusionist to Death Alien monster. So anyway, Tough Armor and Leo battled the monster, but the monster and a couple of Modis managed to fight the Zimon in order to the monsters to escape. So basically, hope for the Modis, Modi put so that the monster managed to escape from the Zyuohger, and that's when Tough and Yamato showed up, and like it's talking about the problem with Mondo. So basically, Mondo told him about the whole bite thing blowing up when he touched it, blah blah blah, and Yamato was trying to kill him off. He's like, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault. Come on, man, and that's when Mondo got up and touched and Yamato, it's called the Yamato, but when he touched them, they did not blow up. So, did not blow up. Turns out something else blew up instead. Back at the school, back at the building area where they met the illusion Death Alien monster. Turns out the Death Alien monster. Is the one who brought the bite with his wand. So turns out the Death Alien monster his other power is whenever he touches with his wand, it turns into a bomb. So basically everything. So basically, Mondo did not blow up the bite. It was that Death Alien monster. So Mondo got pissed off, and him and others started to do battle with the Death Alien monster. But the Death Alien monster proved to be outwitting for them. So before the monster escaped, he tells him that in about 30 minutes, I turned in this whole area into a big bomb. So basically, you got 30 minutes to figure out what item is the bomb. So he just disappeared, and the Zyuohger was trying to figure out which item is the bomb, and that's when. That's when Tuck had an idea. He said that you said when he was talking to Mondo, when you touch the bite, you felt a strange energy, right? It's just coming to the bite, right? And Mondo said, yeah, that's when I felt that strange energy, I put the bite down. So basically, Tatsu figures that since he has zooming power, Wino had a very Turns out Wino Zoomin has a very sensitive touch. So basically, they can use Mondo's sensitive touch to find the bomb. But Mondo was still lived down by himself, and until he had the illusion of the free zooming again, tell him to do it for Alma and Selma, because Alma and Selma was asking Mondo to use his sensitive touch stuff to find the bomb and shit, but he was feeling all depressed and shit. So that's when he had to listen of the free zooming that he has power on, to tell him to do it for the girl. So Mondo was like, okay, let's do it. And he found the bomb. Turns out the bomb was this huge parking garage building building. So basically, the loser monster was trying to stop them, stop them for a time for the building blows up the whole city, but Mono's newfound upbeat attitude, he used his fucking fishing weapon to lift the building into the sky right before it exploded. So basically, the loser monster got pissed off, and together, working together as a team, the villains managed to destroy the monster. Meanwhile, Master Goodness was watching the whole event from his spaceship, but the way he was looking at the monster doing battle with the Zyuohger, it looked like he was bored. So anyway, like usual, Mario came down, made the monster grow. But this time the monster summoned some Death Alien fighters, and together with those Death Alien fighters, and managed to fuse himself with the fighters, gave the monster a major upgrade. So Mondo had a crazy idea to combine all the cubes together to form a new Megazord combination. So basically, what this So together with this new, had the idea to combine all the cubes together. So when they brought all the cubes together, they form a new Megazord combination. Wild Toaster King. Now Q Elephant and Q Lion became the feet. The Q Winders became the body and the main body and shoulders and whatnot. Q Shark and Q Tiger attached to the part of the shoulder. Attached to the shoulders, Q Crocodile and Q Wolf became the arms and the hands. Q Eagle became the chest. Q Gorilla became the back of the Megazord, and Q Winders Horn became the new head of the Zord, and the auxiliary Q weapon Zord became just attached to the sides of it. Attached to the sides of the legs of the Q Rhino's body, and they formed the Wild Toaster King. So with this new combination, Zord combination, they was able to use the giant gorilla gun and the sword neck from Zhu King as weapons. So together with these new weapons, with this new Zord combination and new weapon, they defeated the upgraded Death Alien monster, and the victory was won. So later that night, they all went back to Yamato's Uncle Mario house. He just finished preparing dinner, but turns out that Uncle Mario didn't know that Mondo was coming. So he only made food for six, so that's when Mondo got all the press and courage to ball again, and Leo was like, "Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me!" And this is how the episode ended. So basically, this was not a bad episode, but you know, Manda, like I said, Manda has that block syndrome. We don't know what happened to. We still doesn't. Honestly, we still don't know what happened between Brock and Professor Ivy yet. That's always been a mystery to me. But anyway, this episode was good. The new combination was awesome. Even though Mondo was depressed most of this episode, but he managed to bounce back and really kick ass. But this episode was very good. So anyway, this is Sincere Michael from Screw You Productions. Signing off. One.